Jordy.
Hey, what's going
How
on?
you doing, mate?
Aye, not bad, not bad. Much better after watching that.
You got to be doing better than not bad
Pleasantly
after
surprised.
Brucey's 3-0 win over Sheffield United, high flying European contender Sheffield United.
Well, yeah, and I mean everything was kind of against us going into this game. They had the preparation of playing a competitive game already, so when I seen they'd played during the week, even though it wasn't the greatest game, in fact, probably the shitest game I've ever watched against Villa, but that kind of edge of just getting a bit of match sharpness, it was all kind of set up for them, I guess, and they would have been the favourites. But I mean, even 11v11, we were the better team. We were the team that looked sharper, that looked fitter, and give credit, I guess, to the players, to the coaching staff for keeping the guys sharp during the time when it was easy to put on a few pounds. I think we look at Danny Rose, he looks like he put on a wee bit, but at the same time, fucking bombing down the line when we're 1-0 up to essentially create the second goal. So, really surprised with how sharp we were. I thought it would take a bit of time to get into it, but we, even 11v11, we looked the better team. And as soon as they went down to 10, it was game, set, and match, really. And again, credit for the way we put them to bed, because Sheffield United, as we know, are a team that can sit in and defend. They don't concede many goals. They've got the three centre backs, and even with one going off, they're still a tough team to break down. So yeah, credit to the way that we broke them down, and St. Maximum especially. He was the man that deserves all the credit for his performance. Absolutely frightening from the goal. He was the key, I think, to breaking them down.
Could you just quickly rotate your phone there, Jordy? Put it on landscape.
Right. Oh, what's going on? I'm upside down. No.
The other way.
Fucking hell.
Never mind. If it doesn't work, just go back. You go back the way if it doesn't work.
Heads all over the place like fucking John Egan today, man.
Gifted that first goal. Gifted that first goal through his defence, weren't we? But what were your thoughts at half time when Jordan missed that chance? Did you think one of these days Newcastle lowest goal scoring Premier League side?
To be honest, no, because you expect that from Joe Linton anyway. I don't think anyone, when he went through, was actually expecting him to score. So
I wasted a fiver putting him on first goal. I should have put a fiver on him last goal instead of first goal.
Well, he's apparently been banging them in during the closed doors friendlies and that. So I'd seen a few people put him in their fantasy team and on Twitter. And what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
What are you doing? But even after that, do you know what? Even if we'd played shite and got beat today, just that feeling of watching us playing again and that sort of nervous excitement you have, I was enjoying the game even when we maybe were looking like we were on the ropes a bit in the kind of early stages. But even after that chance, we were creating, we looked good in the ball. Shelvey's passing, in the first half, there was a few diagonal pings he had, which really got us off in the kind of front foot. So I was still I wasn't too disheartened, and I don't think anyone thought Joe Linton would have been the biggest goal threat, but he got his goal, and I'm absolutely delighted to see him doing it, and hopefully he can sort of kick on, because it'd be good to see him playing well and to get in a run and get a bit of confidence.
And I think Newcastle looked a lot sharper, didn't they? I mean, you mentioned well done to the coaching staff and that for getting Newcastle fit and ready, because from the minute go, you recognised, and I recognised it in the Villa game on Wednesday, just how poor they were in possession, whereas Newcastle were latching onto people, closing people down, ready for the counter-attack.
Yeah, and I think the system we had, so we went with the kind of four at the back. In the early sort of stages, Sheffield United down our left, which was their right, were kind of playing a few triangles round Ritchie and Rose, but they quickly identified that. And when you've got the two centre-backs, you can't really pull. If it was a free at the back, for example, you can pull a centre-back out and cover that. But the fitness of, I guess, Ritchie and even Rose to get in the right positions, and they realised, don't chase the ball, just get in the right position. So the fitness looked good, but also the kind of the smartness, the don't know what you would call it, the kind of the game knowledge to know how to defend against Sheffield United. We kind of quickly learned that out as well. So and then when we got the ball, Almiron in the break, St Maximum, Joelinton's movement as well, and that's the one thing which I don't think anyone will talk about. But in football, you often get what you put in. A lot of the time you don't, but in the grand scheme of things, you tend to. And his movement and work rate and getting about the place today was a lot more impressive than. And the game that really stands out to me was the game against Rochdale in the Cup, which I know you boys were there as well. If you remember that game, he was standing around up front playing against like League One or League Two, whatever they are, defenders, and just not putting in the effort, not closing them down, not getting back into position. And the fans got in his back for that. But today, I've seen his work rate was a lot better than it had been. Glad to see him getting the goal because he created that as well. Nice little pass out wide to I think was it Richie or Almiron, who played it across to him. But he was Almiron. He was the one that kind of created that, and his desire to get in the box was something we've not seen as well. A lot of times he would hang back when he played that pass out wide, but he knew to get in there, get across the defender, get there first and put it in. So yeah, it was a tap in from 3 yards or whatever, but he was the one that created that position in the first half, the first instance, and got there to finish it off. So really impressive the work rate of him and all the team. I don't think there's a player today you would look at and say, do you know what, they look like they've been on the beers during lockdown. Danny Rose looks like he has, but he played better. In the first 30 minutes he looked a bit iffy, but he grew into the game, and you've seen his fitness at the end for Richie's goal to do the overlap, which you can't fault him. So all in all, a really, really good day at the office.
Happy days, mate. Cheers for that. Yep. Anything else?
Just a final shout out to my man Matt Ritchie, because I big him up all the time, but not just for his performance, but I noticed he's the first footballer I've seen in all the games that looks like they've actually abided by the lockdown rules and not been to the hairdressers. So fair play to him.
Hasn't had a dodgy haircut anyway, has he, Matt Ritchie?
No, he's got one of these barnets on.
Well, he needs to keep it. I said he's not allowed to get a haircut until he gets off the score sheet, because Villa on Wednesday, he may just do it again, mightn't he? Yeah. I said I think it's good having players like him and Shelby in and around the box to unleash shots.
Yeah, for sure. He can hit the ball. Shelby had a good strike in the first half, actually, the one which was, he was wanting a handball, but I don't think it was. But he struck it well, and it gives you something different, because St Maximum can get to the line, Almiron can get to the line, and they can cut it across for hopefully Joelinton to be there. But if not, they can cut it back, and then you've got Richie, Shelby, players that can run onto it and hit the ball, and gives us a different sort of opportunity, especially when they're playing against teams that can't break down. Because I think Villa, they'll be a team that will probably try and defend a bit. I know they need to win that game, but I think they'll try and frustrate us and then try and hit us, because they've not really got players that will dominate the game. So that could be another one where maybe long shots can be the way to break them down.
Yeah.
And plus, they've got a dodgy keeper, as you've seen, the one that threw it over the line against Sheffield United, which wasn't given. So maybe
Carroll could be a good shout to try and bully him that game.
Just get the nut on him and finish him off.
Get
the elbows out.
Nice one, mate. See you again soon.
Cheers, mate. See you soon. Bye.
Draw, mate. Draw.